Lead green jet. Ground Satan 2, request taxi.
Good morning. Satan 2, you are number 1 for departure. Taxi, and then hold, short, runway 09er right.
Satan 2 copies, taxiing for runway 09er right. Lead is taxiing. Flight push uniform 3. For ship F-16, holding short, request. Ready for departure.
Satan 2, hold short.
Now we got a flight coming in right now.
Jackal 2-1, gear down. Jackal 2-1, Osan Tower, continue inbound for runway 09 or left.
Don't suppose we should heckle them on the way down.
Jackal 2-2, on final. Jackal 2-2, Osan Tower, continue inbound for runway 09 or left. Satan 2, Osan Tower, position and hold, runway 09 or right. Plasma 1-1, on final. Plasma 1-1, Osan Tower, continue inbound for runway 09 or left.
Boy, they're stacked up on base too.
Tower, say again.
Satan 2, Osan Tower,
Oh,
wind
he's clearing us.
160 at 7 knots, runway 09 or right. You're cleared for takeoff,
because there's two
contact
runways.
departure.
Jackal
Plasma,
better not be
1-2, final.
dyslexic.
Plasma 1-2,
right, lead is
Osan
taking
Tower,
active,
continue inbound for runway
active
09 or left.
2, go ahead and line up active right.
Jackal 2-2, Osan Tower, wind 160 at 7 knots, runway 09 or left. Clear for landing, jet gear down. Plasma 1-1, Osan Tower, wind 160 at
Lead is
8
set.
knots, runway 09 or left. Clear for landing, jet gear down. Plasma 1-2, Osan Tower, wind 160 at 7 knots, runway 09 or left. Clear for landing, jet gear down.
3 set.
4 set.
2 set. Alright, so what did I say? 6-second spacing. Lead will burn to 350 knots. We're going to come around. Sorry, I'm trying to see. We're going to come around to the right once we get up in the air for steer 2.
Lead, this is for 6-second spacing. Is that element spacing or is that ship spacing?
Single ship takeoffs, 6-second spacing between each ship.
Jackal 2-1, contact ground, switch to 25370.
Alright, flight push uniform 4. and run them up. Lead is brakes off. 3, 2, 1, now. And burn. Two brakes off. Burn. Lead is airborne. 0 knots. 3 airborne.
4's airborne. 0.
Departure Satan 2, reporting airborne. And lead leveling off, little above
Satan
Angels
2,
3.
Osan approach, fly heading 305.
Checking right for steer 2.
Hawkeye 1-1, two ship F-16s, 30 miles, north 18,000, inbound for landing. Good morning, Hawkeye
uniform
1-1,
6.
Osan approach. You are cleared all the way in for flight landing, runway 0.
And wings level, steer 2. A little choppy down here. All right, lead has visual on all 4. Let's go Buster and pick it up to Mach 08.
Lead, this is 4. Sorry, I'm not very good at formation flying, but I'll do my best.
No worries, just try to stick with your lead. You want to push up and out a little bit. All right, at Mach 08, we're going to pull up 5 degrees for our climb. Three is on 1 on data. Are all members on Uniform 6? Yeah, flight, push Uniform 6 if you haven't already. And pulling up for climb, 5 degrees nose up. Flight push tier 3. Four, are you on uniform 6? Satan 2-4, check in, Victor 1-5. Yeah, are you on uniform 6 as well?
Yes, it's showing that I'm on uniform 6, but I'm wondering if the channel is goofed up, potentially?
It shouldn't be. Did you remember to turn your data link on the right panel?
No, I did not. Oh, I'm sorry, where do I turn that on?
Right panel, far back. It's right next to the to your Jeep, or what is it? Not your INS knob.
Data link on. Lead, this is for data link is showing on now. I don't need to do anything with that rotary, I take it.
Did you align the INS?
Yes, I'm certain I did.
Then no, it was just you got to make sure you turn that data link on. All the switches on that panel need to be turned on during ram start.
Okay, and it looks like I see a data link indication, but not everyone.
I think we have 4 now.
Okay. Okay, I see it separated now as I go down in range.
All right, flight fence in. Lead is fenced in, fuel state 060. Three is fenced 086. Correction, lead is fuel 085, had the fuel switch in the wrong position. 2 fenced in, fuel state 085.
Where's fenced in, 0 state, 086?
Alright, check left 4, steer 4. Alright, flight, we'll level out Angels 2-2, set altimeter 29902. Lead is leveling out, Angels 2-2. We got a Strober, Bulls 207 for 8. Angels 2-1. got no IFF from those guys.
3's tried it twice, spades both times.
Sentry, Satan 2, declare contact 138 for 9, Angels 2-1. Ooh, and we have, oh, no, there it is.
Satan 2-1, Sentry 2, contact confirmed hostile.
Flight music on.
Satan 2, music on.
3 music.
Where is that lead?
Flight go air to air. Sorry, element, break right. 2, you're on me. See if you can get a lock on the distant target. I think there's 2 there.
3 breaking right.
Yeah, 3, come back in at about 5 mile separation.
4, you're with me.
Force to stay with 1.
Nails 23 times 2, 12 o'clock.
4 stays with 3.
Roger that.
Element, pull back in. We have additional targets to the right, off to the east. You take that group.
3 is Spike 23.
1, Fox 3 medium.
Lead, sorry, Fox 3, close.
1,
2, check
Pickle.
left, check left. 3's cranking, or sorry, lead's cranking.
3, Fox 3 medium.
3, Fox 3 medium, right target.
2, Fox 3 medium. 3, Pickle. 2, Pickle.
Lead splash. Turning back in from the west.
3's Pickle. Splash.
Nice, guys.
Splash. Shoot spotted. All right, flight, push back south. Let's rejoin at steer 3. We're a little too close to the target area. Sentry, Satan 2, request bogey dope.
Satan 2, Sentry 2, nearest threat, bullseye, 320, 15, 20,000, dragging, hostile print, MiG-21s, 4 ship.
All right, that's a little north of bullseye. Two, you still back there?
Coming.
All right, here's how we're going to do this. Element is going to turn in first. Lead will turn in and trail and cover you. And we'll swap once you get bombs off. 3.
2. Do the turn when 1 is ready.
All right, Element, you're cleared in hot. Flight, make sure you turn your power onto your GBUs.
I'm also going to change the arming delay to 1 second. 4, you might want to do the same.
1 second, how low are you going to be?
I don't know. I always have trouble with these. I'll be high, but...
Is that just for the control OSB 5?
Yes. It'll probably be fine, but I've just I'm so sick and tired of my bombs not exploding. I'm going to make sure this thing, if I have to arm it on the rails.
All right, Element, you're cleared hot. We're 30 miles from target. You can turn in now.
4 hooked, right?
Lead has visual on Element. I am up at Angels 22 above you. Off at your 2 o'clock.
Three visual.
All right, lead's turning in trail. Two, keep heading south. Rejoin with me.
No visual yet.
Now keep an eye on your HSD. You should be able to see where I am.
Sentry 2, Satan 2-3, group bullseye 19019, 19,000.
We have more
Declare.
hostiles inbound.
Satan
Bullseye
2-3,
182 for
Sentry 2,
19.
contact confirmed hostile. ID is MiG-23.
Lead tally. All right, 2, go ahead and start hooking to the right to rejoin with me.
Tally.
Lead is in hot on hostile MiG-23s.
Spike 23-4, let's break right.
1, Fox 3 medium.
Lead, Fox 3 medium, MiG-23, 151024 for, Angels 18. Cranking right. 2, you are cleared to engage.
1, Pickle.
Copy.
1, Fox 3 medium.
Splash 1. Two, you have tally on this target here. It's 141 for 2-2, Angels 17.
One, Fox 3
Lead,
medium.
Fox 3 close, MiG-23,
1, Pickle.
eastbound.
I tally on a shoot, that's about it.
Splash 1. Element, you should be cleared for south of the bullseye.
Still getting an RWR spike. Might be a ghost contact.
He's going down now.
Understood, we're coming in hot.
Trail 1.5 miles.
Sentry, clear contact 018030, Angels 18.
GBU released. Satan 2-1, Sentry 2, contact confirmed.
Spike
GBU released.
Element, be advised, contacts to the north, 2 groups, possibly 4 ship, MiG-21s.
3 breaking left, 2 bombs off.
Lead's coming off. Lead is down to 1 heater. Two, do you see those contacts up to the north?
Copy.
You are cleared to Fox 3 as soon as you're in range. Once you get a missile off, notch to the left.
4's off, Colt. No bombs off.
2, Fox 3 close. 2, Pickle.
Leads flash 1.
Satan 2, I see a shoot. Satan 2, I see a shoot. Mayday, mayday, airman down. Bullseye. 1, 2, 0. 1, 7.
Three's taking control. Lead is shot down. We have a MiG-21 to the north.
This is 3. I can't get any bombs off. I can't get them activated. Turning back in for support, air-to-air mode, or shall I proceed back to steer point reset?
Let's go air-to-air for now. Fox 3 medium, bullseye, 07729. We've got more contacts behind them. If you guys get a shot, fire. I fired at the far left.
Fox 1 inbound.
3 people breaking right. Three defending missile.
Had a lock at Bulls 085 for 16. Fox
4, Fox 3 medium. 4, Pickle.
There are 2 more up. You fired 1. There should be 1 more still up there.
Roger that. I whipped out and turned cold too fast.
The missile and Pitbull, he should be taken care of.
Okay, I don't have eyes on. I'm gonna have to retreat if I can't see him.
Mayday, mayday, airman down. Bullseye. 1, 0, 0. 1, 5. Satan 2, I see a shoot. Mayday, airman down. Bullseye. 1, 0, 0.
2 status.
1, 5. They got 1.
4 status.
Still up. Trying to lock a target. Okay, target locked. 083 for 16.
Go ahead and fire. You're cleared hot.
Fox
4, 4. Pitfall.
With the UCMJ for the friendly fire deaths of U.S. or Allied service personnel. However, a censure has been entered into the personnel records of the accused.
So I think I got 2 then. Checking down to flight 2.
Isn't what I expected to happen, but we were a little out of position. Oh, that's 3. Did you guys die? What happened?
So it came up with the end mission, and I accidentally pressed E to kick out, and then it said I was court-martialed for friendly fire. So I think I either splashed buttons or I hit some other friendly target. I did.
I love it.
But I don't know. I mean, that's the first friggin' air-to-air engagement I've been in. To be quite honest, it's not like in a dogfight. So
that makes me feel so much better because I had a MiG-21 on the nose and another one around 5 o'clock.
Whoever just quit, number 4, you could have stayed back in.
Well,
number 4 is still an AI flying around.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. That thing came up, and the escape thing came up, and in my panic, I pressed E to go out of the game. I was like, no.
You can probably jump right back in.
Yeah, you probably could. He's going for the target now, actually, as the AI.
Well, I don't know why but once I went into that dang mode to change the timing on the JDAMs, I couldn't get them fired back up again. That's the problem.
Go jump back in.
All right, and
just hit your seat again and hit commit. It'll drop you right in.
Okay, it said that also that I shot a friendly down.
We'll deal with that afterwards. Go jump back in and get your bombs off and get back home. And
I hope somebody has a video of that. A TAC view, maybe.
I tried to take the TAC view, but I don't know if I did it correctly.
Are you dropping back in?
Warning.
All right. Well, there's a lot of lessons to be learned there.
All right, I'm going to move you guys back up to Flight 1.
So is the scope clean? Nothing's set up on this jet. Nothing is set up on this jet.
The target is to your right. You can't miss it.
Yeah, but nothing is set up. I don't have any of my my comms are all gone. It's like they unloaded the data cartridge.
You just want to drop the bombs as quickly as possible, unless you join the wrong flight.
No, this is the right flight. Yeah.
You should be able to at least get the bombs off. Make sure your master arm on. If you have to, I mean, for crying out loud, just CCIP right over the target. Oh, hold on. You know what I can do for you? I should be able. Let me see if I can send you the steer point.
So what did the AI do to this airframe?
Okay, so you should have a steer point there.
Altitude.
So when I go to air-to-ground mode, it only shows me the gun pipper, the CCIP gun pipper, and when I go to my stores page, if I go inventory, it shows the GBUs, but I can't select them.
Yeah, forget the inventory button. You want the gun button. Click on gun. OSB 1.
Oh, that helps.
Hopefully your steer points are still saved.
No, they are. Okay. Header north steer point 5 now. Let me get some altitude here.
Make sure you're on, if you want data link, get on uniform 6, and you'll be able to see where I'm at.
It says UHF off, VHF off, like he turned everything off.
Yeah, jet's probably back in a So, in that case, you have to turn the comm switches on by the throttle.
Yeah,
Make sure that make sure CNI by your IFF panel is set to UFC.
Okay, got it. That's better.
There we go. Gotcha.
Okay, how do I change? I don't think I'm in the correct bombing mode on this thing. I'm all.
Bingo. Bingo.
Well, you're in a SAM zone, so that's going to end poorly.
Well, I'm getting out of here then. I don't need to drop.
If you just want to drop the bombs, switch to CCIP, drop, and get out.
Yeah, see, I don't know how to switch that mode. That's how noob I am.
You're in the SMS page.
SMS page. Alright. In SMS.
Oh wait, never disregard. You can't do CCIP on these. You have to do it with Viz.
Okay, I have it on Viz. And I'm not familiar with the terminology on my HUD.
In that case, you're better off just going back to pre, selecting steer point 20, flying away, turning around, and coming back for another pass.
Steer point 20 selected. Flying outbound now. So on SMS, I'm showing on.
Put it back on pre.
It's back on pre. So on OSB2, I have it on pre. However, on OSB6, I have DB31B0.
Oh, maybe you don't have any bombs left. The AI did when I asked them.
Sure enough, they did. Okay, but at least you talked me through that screen, so I can RTB that.
I wonder if they jettisoned.
Yeah, I don't know. So I've got to find you though. Join back up.
Negative. I got you. Just get out. Especially since we're being chased.
Okay, force headed direct, steer point 7.
Just set steer 1. We're going to flow steer 1 immediately. What's your fuel state?
Close to Joker, but I think I'll be okay.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Okay, I see you now on my HSD. So all that data link stuff is set up automatically in the data cartridge?
For your flight it is. If you have another flight in the package, you have to do some fiddling yourself.
I see. And then can you show all the different flights on your HSD if you want to, even though it might get kind of cluttered?
You're limited to 8 ships in total, including your own.
You're up at Angels 20, it looks like. Oh, coming down to 17.
16. I'm trying to pick up some speed.
I'm trying to pull back the speed.
No. Continue going as fast as you can. We got some 23s that are chasing us, and we don't want to deal with that.
Forward cluster. somebody down. Maybe buttons. Dang it. So did you command them to attack the target, or do you think that they injected them?
We'll see. I think we're going to have to go to the tech view. I'm pretty sure there was friendly fire even before you said something. But we'll figure out what went wrong. My guess is that as the two elements were turning and getting engaged, something set off a chain of events.
Well, I know I started losing my situational awareness when we were cleared in for the strike and I was trailing you, and then when I was, it's one of those things that when you're new at this, I was having trouble with my bombs, and so then you had pickled and pulled off, and then at that point in time, I'm like, okay, there's no way I can continue on the strike. I have to pull off, and then I was like, there was enemy aircraft I knew in the area, and I had lost sight of you, which was a no-no. So I'm like, oh my gosh, So then I was trying to find you and get reset, trying to pull back all at once,
Yeah, in reality, we would have, the way this should be properly run is with a larger group. So you'd have a dedicated escort, dedicated Oka strike, maybe a dedicated seat flight.
I think Star Fury was concerned about that when we fragged this, but we decided to go ahead and just see what happened.
Yep, and that's all part of the risk. I mean, we have the benefit of respawning, so it's not a big deal.
And again, you guys are probably used to this type of stuff, but going through all of the motions is good training for a new person like myself.
Oh, absolutely. But the irony is that sometimes the larger events are easier because you can fly as a number 4 in an escort flight, and then that is your job. You just follow number 3 around and shoot when he tells you to, and you don't have to switch modes all the time.
Yeah. Because it can get daunting.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I like the package flights. I think they're the most fun, to be honest.
So have you noticed anything with the way that the server is running? Because again, part of this was a test of my server with 4 clients. Any lag or anything?
I'm noticing, let's see, what am I noticing? Noticing the ping to the server seems a little bit high if it's as close to me as I think it is. It's in North America, right?
Yeah, up in the northwest Seattle area.
Well, maybe that explains some of it.
So I just saw those F5s pass overhead. So how do we get deconflicted for altitudes and stuff? Is that all the default altitudes that were chosen for this flight that we fragged? Is that taking that into account, or do we just gotta think about that?
As far as I know in BMS, there's no deconfliction that's handled. I don't think when it's fragged that it takes that into account. I think you just have to be watching and keep your awareness up. When we do large human flights and we know we're putting a lot of people in the same spot, we will set altitude blocks.
Okay. So did you want me to pull back on the speed now?
We're almost there. We're about 20 miles out. I'm tier, let's see, tier 7 o'clock.
Okay, I see you. Eyes on.
So let's go through comms ladder. We can go uniform 7. So we can also fence out.
Satan, 2-3, F-16, 15 miles, northwest, 17,000, inbound for free, landing.
So because I'm not technically flight lead, you're going to have to make a request if you want to go through the rules, but it doesn't matter.
Well, I'm not technically flight lead either, am
No,
24,
the
contact tower
system
for
doesn't
landing.
really
Switch
get it.
30,
So
8,
you
8,
kind of got to
0,
go there,
0.
request approach to land. It's a whole procedure now. So the airport's underneath you now.
Yeah, I see it. I guess I'm flying the reciprocal at this point in time.
Satan 2-3, contact tower for landing. Switch 3.
Satan
So it wants me to
2-4,
switch to tower, so I'm switching to tower.
Northwest, 14,000. Request vector for visual
So you
landing.
should switch to tower.
Satan 2-4, contact tower for landing. Switch 308-800.
And that's pushing 4, right?
Well,
No, that's 5.
approach and 3 would be tower.
Oh, I'm supposed to do approach.
Yep. If that's just too much, then just find me and just fly next to me.
Yeah, I'm in a left-hand turn now. I'll try to find you.
Fly over the airbase, make a loop, and land. I'm going to do an overhead brake.
So if you're not on uniform 6, then I can't get the.
Correct. That's why everyone's supposed to switch at the same time. When I said I was switching to approach, I was saying you can switch to that. Everybody's supposed to switch at the same time.
Altitude. Altitude.
So right now I'm on tower frequency, which is uniform 3 or 8.
Okay, uniform 3. Oh, and there you pop.
Goblin 1, Osan Tower, weight 150 at 8 knots. Runway 09 arrived. You're cleared for takeoff. Contact departure.
Okay, so I'm way behind you now.
Yeah, you can go ahead and land. If you're free to land, it doesn't matter.
What runway did they clear you to? Eyes on you and your brake.
09 or left.
Okay, forward base, turning final. Course established. This might be the second time I over-G'd this jet. Can you see if I have any gear down? I'm on a short final.
Negative, I don't have a visual.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go around. I have no gear. This is the second time now I gotta stop yanking and banking on this thing, you know?
I can't be sure, but it looks like you have a gear down.
Yeah, I took a cheating view at the outside view and I did not see anything and I do not have green indications. So I'm just passing the airfield at 400 feet and I'll enter the left-hand pattern.
Satan 2-3 on final. Satan 2-3, Osan Tower, weight 150 at 10 knots. Runway 09 or left. Clear for landing. Jet gear down.
Yeah, I'm on the downwind now. Tried manual extension. No joy. Still don't have 3 greens. But I'll just go ahead and pull it, bring it in.
Did you drop the gear when you were over 300?
No, I waited till I was like 250. Because I've made that mistake before.
Check the test page. Make sure the gear's not damaged.
Where would I see that on the test page? Which OSB after I get there?
It should just be like, you should see TOF for takeoff. And then maybe you might have something that says gear.
Nope. These got crazy now on this approach. Heads it down. Gotta get better at trying to fly this thing, or have it trimmed out properly, I guess.
It's all good. I mean, it takes the best people years to fly.
Base to final.
You have your gear down?
Handle is down, no greens. This is a belly landing. I've done these before.
Warning, 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 warning. Warning, 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 warning. Caution.
Yeah, no gear.
Caution.
I don't know. I did something to him. I'm gonna blame it on the AI. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm gonna blame it on the AI though.
No, this was still a flight that people came down and landed. Bad things are like server crashes and
and then you have to go back all over again and fight the 23s and the 21s.
Yeah, it may seem like a disaster, but really it was a flight that ended, right? It was a flight that we went up and things happened and the flight was finished. That's always a good day for me. Yep.
Oh, and I have a 103 kilobyte TAC view that ends at 7:55, so I might have got all of it.
I am dying to know if you shot me down.
Yep.
everyone send me their ACMI files, and I'll make sure and delete them if I see that I did shoot somebody.
The debrief shows buttons launched, aim 120C MRAM at Star Fury. And then if you scroll further down, Wangler launched aim 120C MRAM at buttons.
Well, he had to. Buttons had gone rogue.
Absolutely. That's
I
completely
got your
justified.
Back, I got your back.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome. They're not going to court-martial me for that, by the way.
So
a note of reprimand. That's it.
So when we're doing the AMRAMs that close, and I guess they're going bulldog immediately off the rails. So even if I lock somebody up and call where I'm locking up, if they don't have time to react and I just immediately pickle, or I'm sorry, Fox 3, then it doesn't do them any good to get the warning, right?
No, you should always. Sorry, we had discussed some of this while you guys are still up in the air, right?
Oh,
You
it's good to
always
hear a
wanna
second
get,
time.
positive identification on your target. Right. So if you, use declare, right? So you can use the AWACS declare. You can use your TGP. You can zoom in and look at the other target if you're that close. You can look at the if you single target track. You can look at your FCR. Sometimes the NCTR will give you a readout. You have to be at certain aspects for that to work, but there's several ways of determining that it is a hostile contact, and obviously none of those were employed. But so just for to put things in perspective, I was telling Wangler, I think it was on Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. We ran a flight, and it was an Oka strike, and shit hit the fan. There were MiG-29s launched. Bad things happened as we were diving in on the airfield, and I splashed a MiG-29, and I splashed my wingman because things get hectic down there, and I was correlating RWR contacts with things that I was seeing on my radar, and I correlated wrong and made an assumption. I did not get positive identification, and I shot my wingman. So yeah, lesson is always PID your targets.
All right. Don't mind me. I'm just trimming the beginning where we're sitting parked on the runway for.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
So can you trim that within attack view?
Yeah.
Do you want to? If you want, we can run through it on Discord. Can we do that screen thing in Discord? How do we do that?
We'd have to all be in a private conversation, Lorik style.
I don't even know how to do that. I haven't figured it out yet.
Oh, I can do that. I'll start
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'll start a call with you, Starfury, if you want to invite them, and then I'll get the TAC view while we do that.
Yep.
Oh, this is going to be great. By the way, Wangler, man, I was in dogfight mode with some MiG-21s, and I was about to start pulling lead. There was another one. I didn't know you killed me because there was two MiG-21s, and I had to give one of them a good shot at me to go after the other one. So I'm just like, okay, well, it'll be, hit their lead, then me, then their wingman going in a circle, and I can turn the sharpest. Except I was way fast. So I'm pulling in on this guy, and then all of a sudden, I died.
I apologize for that.
Oh, no. It's funny. It's hilarious. It is hilarious.
I felt good about that, too, because that was that my first or second Fox?
I don't know. I was cognitively overloaded that entire mission from the time I hit, fuel.
Oh,
There we go.
I couldn't get back to the dang friends thing.
Okay, let me see if I can do this.
I'm trying to find in this dang timeline where
There
I
it is.
avenged Star Fury. Oh, there
Okay,
it is. There it is.
so this should be full screen. I don't know if you guys can.
We can full screen it. There's a button on the bottom right of the. So
I don't know how clear this is going to be. I don't have
enough.
nitro, so this is 720.
I can read it.
All
It
right.
actually looks pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. So you can go ahead and do whatever you'd like to do. Or whoa, that is a little bit farther out.
Wow. Like,
Would you like to give a briefing
I don't
from
know.
the International Space Station?
All right. Yeah, we were doing pretty good there, right? I really like Bible. I don't know if you caught Foxy's recommendation for a climb profile, right? We hang out at 3,000 and then get up to Mach 8 and climb at Mach 8. It's working really well. We did that earlier today as Panther, right? And it works really well. You stay at right about Mach 8 all the way up. Because your AOA is not as high, you don't have as much drag, so you kind of cut through all the way up to your target altitude.
Interesting.
I'm really liking it.
All right, I guess I can speed this up.
Yeah. So here, pause it for a second.
Yeah.
Right. So notes on formation. 2, you want to be out to the left. You want to be right about 4 o'clock, or sorry, not 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Right.
okay.
I think number 3 fell back. I don't know what happened there. Got off the throttle a little bit, but 4 is actually in really good position right there. Go ahead and play.
Just a random occurrence.
No, I mean in general, you're within visual of your lead. You're doing okay, right?
I have a tendency to be
you can work on
low.
the better formation position, but you keep your lead in sight at all times, and you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, I have a tendency to get kind of below his wing there, so it's hard for him to see. I need to get. I think you told me to get up a little bit, and I had struggled doing that.
Yeah, you want to be high.
But I definitely got a little slow and came up here. But I just remember looking and you were like getting far away, and I was like, "What happened?"
All right, here was oh crap, we oh no, this was the turn into steer 3, I think.
Yeah.
Right, so we come left. We're still climbing, and you can see that Mach 8 all the way up, and yeah, there's the MiGs. Yep, and there's 3 saying, "Oh shit, there's MiGs out there," and so I broke element off for a pincher, right? So I said, "Hey, check."
Oh, is that what we were doing?
Yeah, I told element to go check right. I didn't realize these guys had split.
Yeah, they were clever. This is actually like
they did the exact same thing we were doing. I didn't realize they had split, right? So I Fox 3 on that guy, and I notched left. Oh, hey, 2 did get a shot off. Nice.
At this point, I have no idea where you're at.
That's okay, and that's the point at which you look at HSD and you go, "Shit, where's lead?" And had we done data link a little different, it probably would have been better suited to that. What we will normally do is run data link in demand mode instead of continuous. That way, any one person can initiate a data link round, and it doesn't run continuously. But at any point, you can just hit it and say "okay," and it'll ping through each person on your data link list. right? But you should have been able to look at HSD and say, okay, lead's way down there. I need to go catch up. Right. So at this point, we're rejoining. I turned element back in. Said, okay, well, lead element's going to come cover. Element says, oh, hey, there's MiG-23s out there. Like, oh, shit. And
and then the screen goes stupid. Okay, so we're going to, sorry.
There we go.
I don't know why it doesn't want to follow. Oh, whatever.
Right. So there I am, and I turned 2 back in. Right, because I'm looking at you on my my HSD and saying, okay, where are you? Turn back in. Yeah, Fox 3 peels off. And I notch right. You. Yes, I saw the splash, and I saw the other guy. Like, I got visual on this guy at this point. I'm like, okay, Fox 3, 2 doesn't have the shot, so Fox 3, splash. Seeing again, 2, you want to keep an eye on that HSD.
Yes. If I had looked at the HSD, I would have known.
Yep. I mean, that's almost always going to be on one of your MFDs.
Okay, this right here, this is what we were seeing, by the way. MiG-21s from way over yonder.
Yeah, I heard you call that, and
I'm surprised that their radars work that far away. Oh, these are the newer MiGs, aren't they?
The 21s, but the
MFs.
MFs.
Are they being driven by a ground intercept?
Well, you see the
but we're spiking their radars.
We're you can see that red dash line. That's their radar locking you up.
Okay.
And I was getting those. I'm going to back up a little bit. So we're coming in for the drop here, and this you can see this right here. I'm lofting right here. Here come the bombs off, and the radar spikes are coming in now. The dash line.
Yep. And that's right.
That's what happened.
So what had happened, right, is I said, okay, you see those contacts up to the north, right? Because I turned off. I didn't want to go any farther north than the airfield. Said, hey, you see those contacts way up to the north? I said, yep. I said, you are cleared hot. It did not dawn on me that I was the contact.
Yep. That's about the point where I realized what I had done.
See, Lead, if you weren't there, that pit bull would have got me. So I had to return the favor.
And this right here is also bad. We got too close. Remember I said there was SAMs on the target zone?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So we're going to come in through here. Here comes number 4 trying to get his bombs off.
I was in the threat envelope,
you're getting
wasn't I?
dangerously close
Yes,
to
I was
that.
in the threat envelope.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
How high is he? What's his altitude? I can't see.
This is 6.
Coming down
there it
6.
is.
Yeah,
4,
lost altitude control.
Whoa.
That's
what is that?
23's eyeing you up at.
Oh, I see. It's
1,000 feet.
1.6.
So 164.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's definitely low.
16,000.
JDAMs, you want to be up high. 20. That's why I had us up at like 20, 22.
Yeah, I just was heads down trying to figure out how to make the bombs work, and
yeah, I'm surprised that SA-14 didn't tag you.
And then, oh no, 2, not you. Oh no, he's turning back.
He's just playing with it at this point. Look at there's 4 jets inbound from up there.
This is where I was calling, these 21s. So I was checking. I found 4, locked up 4 for a second. Then I figured out what's going on with these 21. So I took a chance at shooting it. I didn't expect 2 to try to merge with. Yeah. This is
I was like, oh, I got this guy.
Yeah. So what you should have done, right, is lofted a shot way early and then come off and let Bible Clinger come back in and support.
And then, oh no, 2-4, here it comes. No, I don't want
Here we
the
go.
MiG.
I'm about to pull lead on this
I
guy.
had that MiG too.
Well, the worst part is you're actually locked on him. So the missile did exactly what you told it to do.
How can I change that little line?
Did you guys? I'm curious. Did you hear my emergency call right
No.
before I put? No, I didn't. The radios were gone. Huh? Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. This guy is getting me with radar from behind, which is a neat trick. And then he launches an R3. And then right at this time, number 4 quits the game, and the missile goes, huh?
Yoink.
That's hilarious.
And then the AI takes over. So I'm trying to and this is where we were talking about getting IDs. I was getting IDs through the targeting pod. And at this point, you're technically not supposed to be shooting like I'm shooting. But if you're going to die anyway,
that's a valid shot.
You're just killing everybody.
Yeah, I ended up with 4 kills. So that was pretty good.
My ghost was distracting those MiGs so he could get those kills.
Was there one more MiG? No, you got them all.
Wow.
That was it. Yeah. So I got 4 kills. Star Fury, you got what? 2?
I got 3.
3?
Yeah.
I got 1.
So then by this time, we got him to reconnect somewhere around here. And I'm like, the target's to your right. We can just go, get it. And I asked the AI, what do you have for weapons? And it told me 1 heat, something, 0 radar, or I don't know, something, and then 2 bombs. So I'm like, okay. So we tried to get him to come in. And then, of course, he flew over the target and suddenly realized there were no bombs in his SMS page. So I don't know what the AI did with him when he knew a human was coming in. He
might have jettisoned like in the middle of the dogfight.
Yeah, all of my comms were all goofed up and everything. All the radios were off.
Yeah, that tends to happen when you reconnect. You have to reload your data cartridge, and there's a procedure, but that does happen.
So what gets Bible?
Yep,
nothing.
You guys? Oh, okay.
So this is the uneventful flight back. Thank you, Warhawk, for scaring them off, and for Bulldog for
Bulldog's coming in to take care of some business.
Yep. That was a 1-2 right there. Took them
I
both
know.
out.
Yeah, I saw those last 23s coming in, and I shot at you in guard, but I don't think it worked right. I don't know what happened.
Well, this wasn't too bad. I mean, we only lost 2 airplanes, damaged an airfield, lots of air kills.
So we're coming in for a landing here. This is kind of interesting, right? So we're coming in for a landing, and he was having some trouble with the comms, I think, and then he was having trouble with the gear. So I made this beautiful overhead brake, and you can see the shape that's being made here.
Yes, it's a generally, racetrack shape.
Yeah, mine wasn't perfect there. I cut the corner.
Yeah.
And the wind was kind of surprising on the ground.
Yeah, there was some crosswind on takeoff. I was getting nudged to the side.
So now you're gaining altitude because you're trying to figure out what is going on with my gear, and then you're like, forget it. Okay, I'm just coming down. Let's do this.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That I need to learn how to trim the thing, right? And again, that's my second successful belly landing. I have yet to land on the gear in a real mission.
Okay, I would just like to say that he actually did land on the runway. I don't know what TACView is doing here.
Oh, okay.
Well, yes, there's 2 runways, and TACView only shows the 1.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
So you like how this little thing comes up here? That was and then his AI gets in and ejects.
That's good stuff.
Nice.
That's good stuff.